The subject we're going to be playing with today, Leglocks, that's pretty much my specialty. There are many parts of my game that are far from top-notch, but Leglocks is, that's the one technique that I go to all the time. What I'm going to show you guys is only the stuff that work for me, only things that over and over again I've applied anytime I'm rolling or in grappling competition or amateur mixed martial arts or professional mixed martial arts. These are the techniques that I've used a million times successfully, so I feel confident on. There are many other very cool looking leg locks, but I'm not so sure that they would work under pressure, and they are needlessly complicated. I'm not going to show you that. I'm just going to show you sort of the stuff that over and over again has worked well for me. One of the things I like about the leg lock game is the fact that it's probably the only type of technique that I've been able to use to beat people who are more skilled than I am. I'm not going to catch somebody who's more skilled than I am in an armbar or in a choke. I mean, they need to be making a huge mistake for me to be able to do that. The reason is simple. They have trained, anybody who has trained for any length of time has seen a million armbars come their way, a million chokes, and so they are used to defending them well. Most people don't really train leg locks very much. That's why many Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu schools barely touch on leg locks, or they often introduce them late in the game. And this means that many people are not really that sure how to defend. It's easier to catch somebody who's skilled in every other way, unprepared in this particular department, and so that's where I would want to go. Other reason why leg locks are awesome is that the size issue is dramatically reduced. People who are very big, very strong, again, if somebody's so strong that they can bench press me off their body, catching them in an armbar is more complicated. Because if they have a decent defense and they are much stronger than I am, it's doable but complicated. Chokes, same story. If somebody has the neck of a bull, you can choke them, but harder to do. Footlocks particularly, not so hard to do. Most people don't know how to move in such a way as to get out, and so it makes it much easier to be able to catch them in there. Other thing why the leg lock game, well, I guess on the size issue that I was mentioning, you can think of even specific example. If you look at like famous matches, if you think of like a Genki Sudo going against Butterbean, who's somebody who's twice as big as Genki Sudo, weight-wise. Sudo didn't win by armbar, didn't win by knockout, certainly didn't win by a choke, won thanks to a footlock. He got him in a heel hook. Same story even with people who are closer in skill level, even though there may be a big difference in weight. There was a famous match in Abu Dhabi between Rico Rodriguez, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and former UFC champion, going against Hayato Sakurai. Sakurai was just as skilled as Rodriguez, if not possibly even more, but gave up a lot of weight. Would have been very difficult for somebody, even as good as Sakurai, to catch Rodriguez in an armbar or in a choke. How did he catch him? He finished him off with a footlock. And that's why no other technique I can think of nullifies strength difference and size difference as well as leg locks. And last but not least, another aspect of the leg lock game that's beautiful is that it doesn't require to achieve a good position first. Most submissions out there, it's always the mantra, position before submission. You need to get to a good position to be able to set up the submission well. Leg locks, not so much. I always hear people whining about how, oh, you have to give up a good position to go for a leg lock, it's risky, it's difficult. Not really. I mean, yeah, you can hit leg locks from top position, but honestly, the majority of the time I get leg locks from position when I'm in a disadvantage. Typical one is leg locks from the bottom half guard, which is not the best position you want to be in. So that's the beauty of the game. You can catch leg locks from just about anywhere. You don't have to be in top mount to go for a leg lock. Actually, that's probably the one place where you don't want to do it. In any other scenario, you can really catch leg locks from just about anywhere. And especially if your opponent has a great guard and is very difficult to pass, it may be difficult to pass, but the one thing you can do is fall into a leg lock as soon as they open their legs. So again, leg locks are very versatile and they've worked very well for me, and that's what I'm going to show you guys today.